Hello, so this video is a little bit late. It's a week late actually, but it's because my laptop turned off in the middle of me editing and the whole thing got deleted. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. So, yes. So yeah, today, as you can see by the title, we're gonna look at my Notion setup, and I think Notion's like pretty popular right now, but I've been using it for like a year and a half, I think. But I've recently like updated it and added some things to make it like more useful and just make it a little bit pretty. And it did change a little bit since I recorded this video. I just changed like the font, so I'm just gonna put a picture of it, but yeah, just keep that in mind. But yes, let's get started. So this is my Notion setup. This is what you first see when you come here, and this is my cover. I found it on Twitter. I'm gonna link it down below. I did edit it and like lower the opacity because it was just too intense for what I wanted, but I'm gonna link the original one in the description down below. Okay, so I have this icon for my home. I just call it my home, and then here I have a call out thing for a quote. I am gonna like change the quote that I put here every now and then to whatever I'm feeling and stuff, you know. But if I go down a little bit, we'll see that I have 4 sections here. I have life, academic, entertainment, and projects, and I find that dividing my home in sections helps me like stay organized and stuff. So yeah, so I'm gonna go through each of my sections and kind of explain all of my pages and show you some of my spreads. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how I made my pages and kind of like a tutorial on how to use Notion. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty proud of like my spreads and stuff, and I think they're pretty useful for me. And maybe you can apply that to your own life. So yeah, so in life is where I keep everything related to my personal life, and the pages I have here are life dash, goals, expenses, adventure ideas, and read program. So my life dash, I have this call out here that says everything you need in one page, because that's basically what this page is. And then here I have a section I have a table for my life admin tasks. So I've talked about life admin in my how organized video, I think. And basically what like a life admin list is a list where you put all those like little tasks that you've been putting off for weeks or months. And then you have a life admin day where you just do all of those tasks and get rid of all of those, you know. So I just have a list here for that, and I have it in a board so that it's like easier to organize and stuff. So I have the task here, and then a checkbox, and then the priority of the task, and then I have different views for the board. So I have a view for just the things that I haven't done yet, and then a view for all tasks, including the ones that I've already done. So basically when I check a box, if I'm in the to-do view, if I check a box, let's say the fixed picture wall, I check it off, it's gonna disappear because I filtered it. I'm gonna show you how to do that later, but I've basically filtered it so that I can only see the things that I haven't done yet. Then I have views for priority 1 and priority 2 tasks. I don't really use this much, but it's there in case I need it. Below this, I have a section for reminders to myself where I have 2 pages that are things, kind of like reflection thingies, and I'm gonna show you that because it's personal. Then I have this picture that I got from Pinterest. I'm gonna link it down below. I just thought it was cute. And then below that, I have a quote. I don't know, it just looked cute there, so I put it there. Then on this side, I have my routines. I have my morning routine. I have to update this. I haven't updated it. Just kidding, I have. So this is my routine for now, and this was my routine before quarantine and everything. And then my night routine, and this, I think this is fine. I'm not sure. I don't really have a night routine. Then I have my reset routine, which is like a routine that I do on Sundays, or that I ideally do on Sundays, to kind of like reset my life and, you know, start off fresh for the new week or whatever. And then here I just have possible ones, and then in this page is where I put links and stuff. Okay, so below life dash we have my goals, and I have my 2020 goals in this spread. It is a board, so it allows me to like move things around. So let's say that I'm learning how to sew, and I put it right here, and then when I finally like learn or whatever, I can move it over here. So I don't know, I just thought that was pretty cool. Then below that I have my monthly goals. So these are actually, let me update this. These are my monthly goals, and I'm just gonna check them off and stuff, and maybe I'll do like a monthly review, or like to see if I completed my goals and stuff like that. And then I have links to other goals. So these are links to other pages in my Notion setup. So that's what this arrow means. I'm also going to show you how to do that later. Then in my expenses, I also track my income. So it's kind of like expenses and income. I'm not going to show you like my information here, but basically I have it in this table, and I have like the description of like the of whatever it is, if I'm spending money on something, or if it's like my income, and then the amount of money, the category. So I have like different tasks. So let's say that I spend money on like stuff for my room, food, entertainment, or if I have like a babysitting job and I earn some money and all of that, then the date, and then any like extra comment I need. Then I have this page. It's very like simple. It's just my adventure ideas, basically like things that I want to do, like places I want to go and stuff like that. And it's just a pretty simple list, pretty straightforward. Then below that I have a page to organize everything that I need for my volunteer program. I volunteer in the library, so I like tutor kids to help them like improve their reading skills. So I need like a lot of information for this, so I just organize it here. I can't show you like the information and stuff, but yeah, I'm also gonna link this picture in the description down below. I also got it from Pinterest. I just thought it was cute, so I put it here. Now let's go to academic. So I have my schedule, my like a page for online learning, academic goals, post-secondary, and SHSM. So in my schedule, basically here I have my current class. So this is the class I'm taking right now. I don't know my schedule like for next semesters and stuff, because my school has basically divided the school years in 8 like mini semesters. They're called octomesters. So I only have 1 class per octomester, which is pretty weird, but I don't know what I'm taking next, like in the second octomester and the one after that, and so on and so on. So I was supposed to put my schedule here, but there's no schedule, so I just have my current class here, and then some quick links for other pages that I may need, like my online learning page. This is a link to another page in my Notion setup, and then these are links to like websites outside Notion. I'm also going to show you how to do this. I have a link to my Google Calendar, my school website, like where I take my classes and all of that, and then my school email. And then here I have my schedule. So this is like my class schedule, I guess. I have to be online at 8 a.m. every day, and then I have lunch, and then yeah, it's pretty straightforward too. And then here I have my ideal routine. Okay, so below that I have my online learning page, so everything that I need for like online school, because I'm doing online school. Did I say that? I'm doing online school. Okay, so here I also have links to my Google Calendar and my school website. And then I have other helpful links like my schedule, and then my academic goals. These are links to other Notion pages. And then here I have a master to list, so I also have different views for this. I have a view for the things that I have to do, and then the things that I have done already, or like kind of everything. So I guess I should change it to like all tasks, because it's not just the things that I've done. Okay, and then here I have a section for reminders. You can set reminders by going like this. So let's say that tomorrow you have an assignment due at, let's say tomorrow at 9 a.m. So you can set a reminder here, and then like at the time of the event, or like the day before or whatever, and then it will remind you of that. I don't know how often I'm gonna use this. I'm trying out different things because it's the first time I'm taking online school like this way, because last semester was a little bit different, and this more is a little bit more like organized, I guess. They're a little bit more organized than they were last semester. So I'm still, I have to figure out what works best for me. Then below that I have my academic goals. So as you can see, it shows you like what pages are linked to this. So like in my online learning page, I have a link to this page as well as in my goals page. So if you need to go back to those pages, you can click that. And then here I just have my academic goals, and then like my long-term goals, and a link to my SHSM page, which is a program of my school, which I'll explain later. But I'm not going to show you this because they're my personal goals and stuff, but it's pretty straightforward. These are like toggle lists, so it kind of, you can go like this and then it shows you everything below that, and that's where I put like how I'm going to achieve that, stuff like that. Then below that I have my post-secondary options. This is where I research all my post-secondary options. I'm going into grade 11, so I want to start like, you know, being ready for that, but I'm not rushed or anything. And then below that I have my SHSM page, and SHSM is a program in my school which kind of like shows that you've like specialized in something, like in a skill, and it helps you like to get into university and whatever. So the program I'm taking is technology, or ICT, which is like communication technology. And here I have like my requirements, so the required courses I'm planning on taking in grade 11 and grade 12, and then other requirements like co-op. Yes, this helps me like organize that and make sure that I'm like in track to complete it. So that's it for all my academic section. And then I have entertainment. This is purely for fun. There's no real like need for this, but I just like having a section for this. Why? I don't know. Anyway, so I have my 2020 reading list. So I have this table with all of the books that I've read, and then I have like the type of, you know, whatever this is. So it can be like a book, an audiobook, an ebook, or a graphic novel. I don't know why I did just graphic novel like on its own, because a graphic novel is a book, but it's there. Then I have the name of the book, and then the status. So let's say that I'm ready to start. So let's say that I got it from the library, but I still haven't like started reading it. Then I'm reading it, like the book, or I finished it, dropped it, or paused it. Then I have like a section for the genre of the book, and this is like a multi-select option. So I have here like different genres and stuff, so that I can just click it and let's say that, oh, this is a historical fiction and also a horror, so I can add that there if I want to. Then I have a section to rate my books. Next to that I have the author. This is also a multi-select option, so let's say that I'm reading another like Stephen King book, so I can just click that instead of having to write the name over and over again. Then I have a section for comments. I don't really review books here, but let's say that instead of 4 stars, it's actually a 3.5, so I just put that there, or any comment, stuff like that. So is this necessary? No, because I have a Goodreads account that lets me like track all the books I track, but I still like to do this. Then I also have like the same thing but for movies. I have the type. It can be a film, a documentary, a Disney movie, a documentary series, or a musical. And then again, the name of the movie or whatever it is, the status, the score, and then like the platform. And then I also have a section for like comments or anything like that. And then I have another page for just Disney movies, because I am a Disney freak, and my goal in life is to watch every single Disney movie possible. So I have a list with every single Disney movie that I want to watch. I mean, there's more, of course, but like these are just like the access, like the ones I can access, and like the ones I want to watch, I guess. So yeah, I have them like organized alphabetically. Then I have a section for my projects, and basically this is where I organize my YouTube channel, and I'm starting a podcast with my friends, but it's in Spanish. So yeah, so I organize that here too. Anyway, let's go to my YouTube channel page. So I have another callout thing that explains what this page is. It says everything that goes into having a YouTube channel, planning, editing, and scheduling. And then I have a section for videos. So I have a link to my video plans, and then I have my video calendar, kind of like my content schedule, all of that. Then I have this list for my editing process, because this was me trying to organize my editing process because it's kind of messy. Anyway, then I have my weekly schedule. So like on Tuesdays I film videos, and then I have 2 days to edit it, and then like add subtitles and all of that, and kind of to organize myself. And then other pages, so I have my YouTube goals, it's just a list of my YouTube goals, and a page for resources. This is empty, but I just have it there in case I need it, like if I want to link some music there, or like save like inspiration or any of those things. And then we could go to my video plans, and this is just a big list with all of my video plans. This is also like a spread thingy. I'm gonna show you how to do it. So this is where I put all my videos, all my ideas, and I have different views again. So let's say that I want to see the videos that I've posted, and these are all the videos that I've posted with the date and everything. And also it can just show me all of my videos. For my ideas, I like to prioritize them, so if you click on like the thing, you'll go to a page for that specific video, and then here's where you put the state. So let's say that I'm currently filming it, or I'm editing or whatever, and then when I'm done, I just check it off and I put the date for when it was posted. And then here's the priority when it's an idea and I want to do this like right now, I want to do it next week, so I just put it as like a number one priority. And then here's where I just like organize my ideas, and like for example for my wrap-ups, here's where I kind of explain all the books and kind of make a summary of them, because I have a really bad memory and I forget what I've read like the week after I finished reading that book. So yeah, this is how I organize all of my videos. Then in my podcast section, this is where I organize my podcast with my friends. And that's basically it for my Notion setup. So now let's go to the like tutorial part of this video. So basically I'm gonna show you how I created my home, and I did it on my own. Like I organized it on my own by moving things around, because you can, let's say that I want to move this over here, you can move things around pretty easily. Like let's say that I want to move this whole thing, I just select it all and then I move it over here. So yeah, that's cool. But there's also a template for a home, so I'm gonna create a new page. So to open the commands, you just type / and then you have all the commands here. They're pretty explanatory, so you just have to read like what it says there to kind of find out what it's about and all of that. But let's say that I want to create a new page, so let's go that, and let's say that this is my home and I can use a template. So you click this option, templates, and then you have a bunch of different templates here. But if you go to personal, you can go to personal home, and then it's basically the same setup as what I have. So you can click use this template, and then this is basically it. You can change the cover over here. Let's say that you want I don't know, this or this is pretty, and you can reposition the picture. Let's say that I want it there, I don't know. And then you can change the icon as well, and you can call it whatever you want. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I did some of my spreads. I am gonna create a new page, and I'm gonna show you first. Let's go in order. So empty with icon, this is what I usually pick, and then you just pick an icon. And let's say that you want to make a page for like to-do lists. Okay, let's say that you want to make a page for all your to-do lists. So you can of course just make a straight up like to-do list like this, like what are your plans and stuff like that, you know. Or you can do what I like to do and create a board. So if you go a little bit down on the commands, you'll see that you have databases here, and I create a table in line, so that means that it's not like the full page. And then this is like your master to list. So how I did this is I have a section for a task, and then this, I'm gonna turn this into a checkbox thing, and then I am going to move it over here, and I'm gonna, you know, make it skinny. And then here, let's say that I want to put the priority of the task here, and I'm gonna do like select. So you can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's say that those are all like your priority levels, and then you just have them all here. so you can change the colors. I like to make everything like rainbow. Like if I have different colors for something, I like to organize it in like, you know, the rainbow order, because I just find it a little bit more satisfying. So yeah, now we have colors for all of these. You just let me delete these two. So let's say that you want to create a new task, like water your plants, the only task I can think of, and you want to have like a priority for this. So let's say it's like a number 1 priority, and you can check it off and stuff. And what I do to make it kind of like disappear, so yeah, to make it disappear when it's like checked off, when it's done. Okay, I'm gonna add more tasks, so I'm gonna give them different priorities. Okay, so I've added more tasks with different priorities. So first I'm gonna show you how to order them by priority. So you go to the 3 little dots and you click sort, and then you click add a sort, and then priority, and then ascending if I'm not mistaken, and then it's gonna order it by priorities. And then for it, if you want like your tasks that are done to like go away, what you do is you add a view. I keep it in table, but you can change it up if you want to. And then let's say that you have a new view for just like your to-do, like your task that you haven't done yet. So you wait for it to load, and then you click the 3 dots again. You're gonna have to sort it out to like do the sort thing again, so that it's organized by priority, unless you don't want it to be, of course. And then you can click the 3 dots again, and you go to filter, and then you go to add a filter, and then it's where checkbox is empty. So then you have a default view for, I'm going to change the name because it looks ugly, a default view for all your tasks, or you can make this the default view. So let's say that I have water my plants, and then it disappears, and if you want to like see the things that you've done, you just go to all tasks, and then it's there. Another way to make a to-do list is by typing command again, and then you write board, and then you click the board. And this is another way of making to-do lists, but this is how I made my goals set up. So to do again, and I just hide this because I don't really know what this is for. And then you add all your tasks here. So basically let's say that you are working on your assignment, then you can move it to in progress, and then when you're done with it, you can move it to completed. And you can also change these so it can be like for completely different things. Let's say that you want to divide your to-do list like by category. So let's say that it's like personal, school, and work. Let's say you want to divide it like this. So what you can do is go to the 3 dots again, and then properties, and then add a property, and then like a checkbox. So I'm gonna turn this one off, and then you just have to like turn it on so that it shows, and you can change the name, let's say that, like that. And then when you're done with the task, you just click it when it's done, whatever. And then if you wanna do that again, when it disappears, when you've done it, you go to filter again, and you do the same thing that you did for the other one. You can add a view so that you don't like forget about it, where you see like all your tasks. Oh, I didn't mean to make it a board. Whoopsies. A table, I mean. Now, how I made like my expenses page. So I created a new page, and then you can go to templates, and again you have like a bunch of different templates here. They're pretty useful. Yeah, so there's one for the simple budget, so you can use this as a template, and then it gives you like tips and stuff. You can just delete this when you're done. And let's say that you don't want like a budget, you just want to keep track of your income, your expenses, like me. You can choose the name of this, so you want it to be expenses by income, like an income. You can move things around like that. So the templates are great. I definitely recommend using those. So let's say that you want to link a page like I did. So you go to commands, and then you can type link, or just look for it and a link to page, and then let's say that I want to link my goals here, and then when you click it, it's just gonna take you there. And if you want to go back, you just click this. If you want to link a website outside of Notion, so let's say that I want to link I don't know, my YouTube channel, you just select it and then click link, and then you put the link here. So you can just put the link here and then link it, so then when you click it, it's gonna take you there. So if you look through the commands, you'll see like you can create a new page or like a to-do list or headings. So there's different headings. Let's say it's like another like goals is another section in your page. And usually what I'd like to do to divide sections, it's like color this and kind of, let's say that I want to make this green. And I also like to add dividers. So if you look for divider in the commands, and you can use that to divide things. Also, what I've been liking like doing is adding callouts to make something like stand out. So let's say that I want to put here like a quote or something. Yeah, and I find that when I put it like in italics, it looks a little bit better. So I like that. And you can change the icon to whatever you want so that it's cute and it matches like your theme, if you have a theme for Notion and stuff. I also like adding, I've also been liking adding pictures. I don't do it a lot, but you can add a picture. Let's say that I want to add this, so you can move it around. Oh, let's say I want to move it here, and then I'll make it a little bit smaller, and you can change the widths for like your different columns. So let's move this like over here. So you just select everything and you move it over here, and then it's done. And you can use this for like a daily to-do list, I don't know. And say they want to make this cute, so you could like edit it and like make it a different color maybe. So it's very easy to create like different sections, and you can move things around pretty easily. So I'm gonna show you how I created my video plans page, which is like, I feel like one of the most complicated spreads I have, I guess. So I'm gonna create a new section. I think this, yeah, so this is like heading 2, and then you can duplicate this. You could duplicate the whole thing, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just gonna do it like this, and then create a new page for my video plans. So you can apply this to like whatever. You can also apply this to like your like assignments. You can create like a syllabus page for you know, your classes and stuff, and you can apply this. So what I did was create a list inline. So this is like my 2020 video plans, let's say. So it's a lot of things. So first of all, let's add properties. So I added tags, and then also a priority section. So I just did a number for this, I'm pretty sure, and then tags. This is gonna be like the state of the video. I'm gonna turn this off, and then date posted, and then I also have a check box. You have to make sure to turn on all of them so that you can see them. So now you have all your priorities, and then I'll do sort, and I'm gonna do sort, and I'm gonna sort it out by priority. Yes, I'm gonna add another view actually. And then now that I've created that, this is gonna be for like ideas. So let's say that this is like, well, let me actually move this over here, and I forgot to change this. So this should be a checkbox. Where is the checkbox? Here. Oh, actually, the properties for this are wrong. This should be a date, just like a random date. Okay, so if you go to ideas, so this is like video 1, and let's say that this is gonna be, is this a multi-select thing? Yeah. So we're gonna have different options. We're gonna have ideas, we're gonna have filming, we're gonna have editing, then upload it, or like schedule, and then post it. So you can change the colors for all of these. I'm just gonna leave it like this and say that this is an idea. This is like your number one priority, and then here you have like empty page to just like organize your whatever. So if you want to use this like for a list of all your assignments, like for a class, you can explain here the assignment stuff, and you can use the tags for like your class or what type of assignment or what type of like task it is, like it says that it's an assignment or a test, stuff like that. So into post, I want to make sure that it only shows things that I haven't done yet. So where checkbox is empty, that's what it's going to show you. So then if you check it off, it's gone. And if you want to like update the tags and all of that, it's like posted, and then the date you posted it and all of that stuff. Also remember to check out the templates. If you create a new page, you can select templates, and like I used this reading list template for my movie and books list, like tracker or whatever, and I just like kind of modified it so that it fit my needs or whatever I wanted. You have a bunch of different templates, so just look through them. You have like a syllabus one. So yeah, just check this. It's pretty fun. I love Notion. I've been like obsessed with it, and I love like organizing it and just like trying to make it pretty. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that it was useful, maybe, or that it like inspired you to organize your life, get your life together, all of that. But yeah, let me know if you guys use Notion or if you want to start using Notion. And yeah, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!